I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Lagoon Park Preschool's open house. It's so lovely to see you all. I just want to remind you that you have to keep your cameras on, mute yourself during this presentation, and feel free to ask any questions on the chat, and I will do everything in my power to answer them accordingly. Also, this presentation will be uploaded onto the Bermuda Public Schools YouTube channel. Again, welcome to Lagoon Park Preschool's open house. We are facing the future hand in hand, and as you know, we are going through a pandemic right now. We have so many twists and turns, but together we will get through it. At Lagoon Park Preschool, we have a shared vision, and I always tell the parents, our main priority is to keep your children safe in a nurturing and stimulating environment. I want your children to be able to, all the children, to feel comfortable, to take risks and ask questions. And our goal is to ensure that we teach the whole child. So when they finish up here at Lagoon Park Preschool, we want them to be self-confident and respectful little scientists. This presentation tonight is for you to see exactly what takes place at Lagoon Park Preschool. And we are governed by the creative curriculum, which is a fun-filled learning experience that your child will have the opportunity to engage in. My name is Sharice Rayner. I have been in education for 30 years. Sometimes when I say that, I can't believe I started back in January of 1991. And I am blessed to be able to say that I haven't worked a day in my life because, as they say, if you love what you do and follow your passion, good things come. And that's what I see in the children that I've had the opportunity to serve over the years. I am truly blessed to have the best team, the best team, and we call ourselves the Lagoon Park Legends. They are legends indeed. First, I'd like to introduce Ms. Kim Pearman. She is responsible for Pearman's Pumpkins. She has 10 children in her classroom. Next, we have Maureen Bartley. She is responsible for the Bartley's Buddies. That's what they call themselves. And we have a special name for Ms. Bartley. We call her Ms. Eager Beaver. She is very assertive and make sure that the children follow all the classroom rules. We call Ms. Pearman, she is like our Betty Crocker lady. She is good with recipes and hands-on activities for our children. Next, we have Ms. Corey White. She is responsible for the Shining Stars. Ms. White is very soft-spoken, very eager, and make sure that her children have a fun-filled day. Next, we have Jamie Burrows. She's responsible for the 3-year-olds, and that's the Bright Star program. And they call themselves the Boris's Bouncy Bears. Boris's Bouncy Bears. Then we have Ms. Swann. She is the paraeducator that we have with us on board this year. She is actually responsible for the morning program. And I'll talk to you a bit about that a little later. We call Ms. Karen Simmons. She's also a paraeducator. She has been in education for many, many years. And she is a wonderful team player at heart at Lagoon Park Preschool. And she is responsible for the after school program. We have support staff that come in at least twice a week to service the children that need extra assistance. We have Ms. Dee Dorr. She is our educational therapist. Ms. Marita Martinez, she is our counselor. Miss Patricia Deal, she's our learning support teacher. And Miss Linnell Williams, she is our day cleaner that is on board with us. And she is just the absolute best, the best. We call her Miss Squeaky Clean. So the school is always sanitized. And whenever the children are in and out of the bathroom, she is there to ensure that everything is cleaned up and sanitized. We also have Ms. Julie Burrows. She is our speech pathologist. Dr. Pache Sampson, she comes in and helps the children with their fine motor activities. And then we have Ms. Crockle. She comes in and helps the children with their gross motor development if needed. So that's it. That is our team at Lagoon Park Preschool. And I can't even remember if I mentioned it, but they are the best team and we all work together. We're like a jigsaw puzzle. Everybody works together to make things flow. In the morning, and what I'm going to do is just let you see what a day in the life of your preschooler will be. So in the morning, we ask that the parents remain in their cars and the children get the temperature taken. And as you can see, we have COVID-19 questions that have to be asked every day and adhered to. And the children, it's so funny, they are, I shouldn't say funny, it's pleasing to see that they know the rules. So little ones are very resilient and know that this pandemic is serious and they follow the rules accordingly. When the children exit the car, they are introduced to a fun-filled learning experience. As you can see, we've got the apple and some academic, educational charts up that we go over with the children in a fun way. They enter into the building, and I always tell the parents that at 9 o'clock, by 9 o'clock, school starts at 8:30, but if you can have your child there before 9 at the latest, because we go on lockdown. Once the children enter into the building, this area that you see is known as the foyer. This is where we have assemblies. Well, we don't have assemblies now because we're in phase 2, but this is our open space, okay, for the children. As you can see, it's very spacious. This year, we are blessed to have, actually, it looks like we have the gray flooring, gray tile. It looks wooden tile. It's first class and it's well done. It was well done. Next, we have, these are the 3 classes. They are very spacious classrooms, and we're able to follow and stay in line with the social distancing of 3 to 6 feet apart, okay? So that's the class. We have the Pearman's pumpkins, we have the shining stars, and we have the beans, the Bartley's buddies. The children, as I mentioned, they know the routine. They come in, they have to hang up their bags, take out their sleeping mats, go into the classrooms, and then wash their hands and get ready for the day to start. And there's one of our students. It says, who is here today? Believe it or not, we do shared reading right at preschool. 3 and 4 years old, they start to practice through shared reading. Who is here today? We are governed by the creative curriculum. It is a research-based program that is mandated that the Bermuda public preschools do, and it is first class. In those domains, we have the circle time, we have choice time, we have read aloud, we have outdoor play, small group activity, food and lunch, of course. Owls, pals, I'll be talking to you about that in a few minutes. And of course, we have nap time. As mentioned, the creative curriculum, like I said, we have several domains in the creative curriculum. It's the social emotional part of the day that is very important within the curriculum. We have numeracy, we have math, we have cognitive development, we have literacy, we have language, science, and social studies. I am pleased to say that The inquiry approach that we use with the little ones today is facilitated by skilled teachers. They have to be informative and be able to challenge the children to a higher way of thinking. Okay, so I remember back in the day when I was in school, which wasn't too long ago, we had a lot of direct instructions. It was like rote memory, you know, and they would say drill and kill. Our focus in the preschool setting is for the children to be able to engage in studies that I'll talk about briefly with you. So with the inquiry approach, if you can just imagine a compass, north, south, east, and west, that is how I was able to remember it. And noticed, I'll put them up on the screen first. Notice, we want our children to be able to notice, to engage and experience. We want them to wonder. So we will have the children engage in a question of the day, and they have to be able to answer those questions, okay? They have to be able to explore and investigate. So these units of studies that we do, they last for 6 weeks, believe it or not. And as mentioned, it's research-based. So the teachers have to do the homework per se and make sure they are meeting the needs of their students or teaching them in their learning zones. And it's important that we allow the children to share and get feedback on their learning. Okay, so in the classrooms, you will find busy children. You would find the students being engaged. You would find the teachers asking questions so the children are able to think and find out and express themselves. So that's the actions that take place on a regular basis at the Bermuda public preschools. And at the end, they're always able to share. So as I mentioned, say, for example, we are presently working on the exercise study, okay? So at the end of each study, the children are you're actually able to have a celebration and bring the family. Well, we used to be able to bring the families in, but now we would just videotape and let you actually see what your children have been engaging in for the last 6 weeks. We also have the creative curriculum is an online curriculum, so you will be able to have a password and you'll be able to actually see the progress that your children are making on a daily basis as well. This guide that I'm showing you now that's up on the screen, it's a parent's guide to preschool. This is your Bible for preschool. Read through this. I encourage you to even go online and look up the creative curriculum and teaching strategies so that you are in the know of what takes place at our school. So as I mentioned, the question of the day, the children engage in questions, they engage in shared writing. Each child has their individual bins that is sanitized each day. And the activities that are in the bins are they're actually for your child based on their learning zone, okay? And as you can see, we have a student doing an observational drawing. We have literacy puzzles, journal entries. And most importantly is the interest areas that the children have the opportunity to engage in every day. We have the block and discovery centers. Outside play is very important. I just want you to also know that while the children are outside playing, the teachers are observing and taking note in regards to their fine motor skills. Are they able to hop? Are they able to slide? And what we would have to do is put next steps in place to ensure that your child is continuing to develop in those areas, okay? So outside play is a time for the teachers also to be able to listen to your child and ask questions and just have fun with them, but at the same time, make documentation on ensuring next steps for your child. We have gardening day at our school. And what takes place is because of COVID, classes have to take turns going out to ensure that the not pumpkins, I said, do we have pumpkins this time of the year? I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that we have potatoes in our garden now, we have broccoli, we have cauliflower. And I'm just so grateful for the children because they are really eager in making sure that the garden gets watered each day. We also engage in cooking. That little one is doing his cooking. And they are also proud, and you'll be able to see we have a Lagoon Park preschool shirt. And I encourage the parents, if they want, they can purchase not one, maybe two, or maybe three, and they can have it as a uniform, okay? It's not mandated for the children to have a uniform in preschool, but I noticed that a few parents are taking the opportunity to do so. Every Wednesday, we call it Wanderers Wednesday, we have different activities that take place, and the parents, believe it or not, enjoy this process as well. So we had Wacky Hair Day, and here's an example of the Storybook Parade. The Owls Pals is a big research-based program, and it helps children to make choices and to make healthy choices. And Owls Pals comes out twice a week at Lagoon Park Preschool. And from this experience, we already see that the children are able to resolve conflict on their own based on the suggestions and strategies that have been used in the Owls Pals program. We are also blessed to have the Haggerty program that just started. I would say it's been going on for a few years in the preschool, but we have been intentional. This is our second year of being intentional with this program. So for example, your child will be tested in the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year. And to see this program take place and to see the progress that the P1s have made from last year, it is absolutely amazing. It's amazing. This is our school uniform and our happy faces. We have rest time and we have sleepers. Some children like to rest, some children like to just take a short nap, okay? At the end of our day, between 2:30 and 3 o'clock, we have wrap-up activity. The children at Lagoon Park Preschool are not allowed to go home unless they can tell us something that they learned in school that day. They also have to ensure that their activities are set up so that when they return to school the next morning, it's business as usual, okay? Departure time, it looks like little Gabby, she is very happy leaving the school and looking forward. She was actually telling her mom that she wanted to stay for the after school program. Just to recap, the school day begins at 8:30 and finishes at 3 p.m. We do have a morning care program from 7:30 to 8:30, and then the after school program that takes place from 3 to 6 p.m. This is a privately run program, and it's done by the teachers at the school. We do have van service also at the school, and everyone calls this lady Joanne Fablo, or we say Aunt Joanne or Aunt Fablo. She is very popular in the Sands community. Education is a family affair, and I am just so grateful to be able to partner with some of the community members in Somerset and to have built the relationship that I have had the opportunity to have over the past. I think I've been at Lagoon Park now for 9 years. And they say time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so I just want you all to be able to ask questions. Feel free to call. You're not allowed to come in the building at this time, but come up to Lagoon Park Preschool once when school's not in, and you can be able to walk around the campus, okay? Can't remember if I said it before, but Lagoon Park Preschool is the best place to be on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I would like to close by letting you know that if needed, you can contact Ms. Sherry Bucci. She is my boss. She is the AD for early childhood. Ms. Carmelita Trott, she is the officer for early childhood, and she can help you to get your child any questions that you need in regards to CDP. You can call Ms. Carmelita Trott. And Ms. Jacqueline Eves, she is the registration coordinator at the Department of Education. Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to be a part of this presentation, and I look forward to having your little ones at Lagoon Park in the fall. Okay, and as mentioned, we do have the Bright Star program at Lagoon Park Preschool, and we have a dynamic preschool teacher on board. Okay, take care. God bless you all, and I look forward to working with you soon.